Okay guys, so starting lying down on our backs. Take your time getting there. And maybe you've got a prop such as a cushion or a rolled up blanket for your head. Straight away, let's bring the feet together and the knees wide. And we can prop up those knees if we're feeling a little bit tight in the hips with some blocks, some cushions, anything you've got. You might just lift your chest and tuck your upper back under and start to breathe nice and deeply in and out through the nose. Relaxing the muscles of the face, the shoulders, the arms, the legs. A few moments of stillness here. As we gently open up the hips, let's use our breath to relax these muscles of the hips and the glutes, the gluteus muscles, the butt muscles. So what does it mean to use the breath? It means to focus our awareness, focus our breath on these muscles as we inhale lots of love and oxygen and prana. Feeling the chest, feeling the stomach all the way down to this area, this painful place. And every exhale, just releasing tight spots, clenching, gripping, letting all of that go. A few more breaths here. And we can gently open the eyes if they're not already. Bring the knees together, feet wide this time. And go ahead and lift the pelvis and push the lower back down into the mat. Maybe give the legs and the glutes a little rub. Just reminding the body, I hear you, I acknowledge you, I know you're in pain, but I'm willing to love and accept you anyway. Excellent. Okay, so let's keeping the feet hip distance apart, had a moment. Let the knees fall over to one side. Feel a little stretch in the hip. Inhale through center and then let the knees fall to the other side. Move at your own pace here, breathing and releasing. Next time you let the knees fall to one side, see if you can place the foot over the leg, just to see here what a deeper stretch does. If it feels good, that's great. If it doesn't feel so good, no problem. Release. Everybody is different. It might feel different on the other side. Let's try inhale through center, exhale to the other side. Placing the foot on the outer knee. Deep, full breaths, as always. And release. Inhale through center. We've got both our knees bent. Again, let's lift the pelvis, push the lower back down. And let's bring the left knee towards the chest. And we'll do a few circles, waking up the hip. And switch direction. Lovely. Let's straighten through the leg. So it's hovering just above the floor, and inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, lower. You can place it on the floor, keep it hovering. We'll do 2 more. Exhale, lower. On the floor, hovering. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale on the floor or hovering. Now out to the side. Inhale as you open the leg out to the left side. Exhale, come back in. You can drop the leg to the floor at any moment. Inhale to the side. Waking up the hip joints. One more time. Exhale, release. Let's straighten out both legs and have a rest. Let the legs feel heavy and let any tension release out from your body onto the bed or the mat, down into the ground. One more deep breath cycle. Great, let's bend the knees again. This time take the right knee to the chest, do a few circles. 3 in one direction, 3 in the other. Okay, straightening out the leg, hovering above the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. No problem, the knees bent here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're just waking up the hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Coming to the side, inhale, wide. Exhale, back in. Inhale, wide. Exhale, back in. Last one. And then we'll straighten both legs and have a rest. Any natural movements that you feel are necessary now? I'm feeling some wrist rotation. Maybe a big stretch up overhead. Yawn. Ooh. A few breaths. Slowly we'll make our way to a seat, bending the knees, rolling on over to the side. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll rise up to a comfortable seat. We might want to bring the cushion and the blanket with us. I think I will bring the folded blanket under my sitting bones. Yes, just gives the hips a bit of a lift. I'm going to try and bring my ankles under my knees so I can find some lift in my chest. Pull the shoulders together and back. So I might be sitting here up on the bed or on the mat. And at the beginning, our knees can be really high up. That's perfectly normal. Tight hip flexors, tight glutes, a lot of pain going on. In time, with practice, the knees will slowly come down. Until then, we might want to prop our knees up with cushions and bolsters and blocks. Take a few moments to get yourself in a comfortable position. Everybody will look different. And just be aware of which leg you naturally put in front. Mine is my left leg. Then with the hands on the thighs or on the hips, we'll start to make some hip rotations. Coming forward here with a flat back all the way back. We'll do 2 more. Trying to open through the heart space, pull the shoulders together and back, and switch direction. Excellent. So with that leg that's in front, slightly bring it a little bit more in front, about this far. Inhale, straighten up, open up through the chest. Gently place the hand on the leg that's further in front, not on the knee and pushing hard, just gently on the thigh. Inhale, lift, start to turn, so we're facing over the other leg. And with an exhale, we'll start to bend from the hip. Maybe we're only micro movements here, that's fine, as we intend to bring our heart down to the knee. A few breaths here. Be mindful of the knees and knee pain, not to push any further than what is comfortable. One more breath cycle in and out. Inhaling all the way back up. Let's release the legs, give the knees a little rub, and we'll cross the legs in the opposite direction. In the opposite way. And let's do some hip circles again. Coming through and back. And switching direction. Lovely. Bring that other leg now slightly more in front. You might notice something different. Take your time making these shapes. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhaling, starting to bend now over the other knee. This might look different on one side than it did on the other. Any pain or pinching in the hip or the knee, we want to come further out. Even just a slight micro bend here is still stretching out these muscles in the side of the hip and the glute. It's not about how far down we go, really. It's about the breath. One more breath cycle. And we'll slowly inhale and come all the way back. Maybe do a few shoulder rolls. Any other organic movements that are coming to you, that are calling you. A few moments here for you. And we will meet again in a cross-legged position. If you have any blocks, you can go ahead and grab them. I'm just going to place them in front. I might come to the side actually. You might see me better. So we're going to come into a cross-legged forward fold. That will look different for everyone. First, inhaling up, creating length in the spine, like there's a rope on the top of my head, pulling me nice and tall. And from my hip, folding forward, maybe to the blocks. My feet are bright with awareness, toes flexed. So there's activation through my whole body. I'm not collapsing. I'm aware and not pushing over my edge. Inhale here. Maybe as you exhale, you sink a little lower, maybe. Some of us will be with our hands on the mat or the bed. Some of us will be on the fingertips. Some of us might be down on the forearms. Just explore here. Any pain or pinching, you come right out of the pose. And then I'll leave you in a couple of moments of stillness and silence. See if you can pull your shoulders together so we're resisting this curving effect and really trying to move from the hip. If your left leg is in front like mine, we're going to move over to the right side. If your right leg is in front, you'll go over to the left side. Little yoga for the brain here. So inhaling up, my left leg is in front, so I'm going to walk my hands over to the right side as far as comfortable, feeling a stretch in my left hip, my left glute, and then a few moments of stillness. Inhaling, lifting the head, walking the arms back through center. Maybe one last breath here. Maybe I go a little deeper, maybe not. There's always tomorrow. Inhaling wherever we are, lifting the head up and slowly walking back to center. Let's inhale here. Exhale out the mouth. Lovely. Let's lengthen the legs out long. Maybe give them a shake or any natural movements that are coming to you. And we'll cross them in the opposite way that you had before. Okay, inhale here, lengthen, grow tall, that little rope pulling you up. And coming forward now. Might feel a little bit different. You might want more props under your hip. You might want to take the blanket away. Everybody's different. Try and resist any collapsing in the upper back body and keep your heart radiating forward. You can look forward, you can close the eyes. Or you can look slightly down and ahead of you. Now with my right leg in front, I'm going to walk my hands over to the left side. If your left foot is in front, you'll walk over to the right side. Maybe on the fingertips. We're also inviting a stretch in the armpit chest. Maybe in the side body. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. Inhaling, lifting the head. Let's walk back to center for 1 or 2 more breaths here. Maybe we'll go a little deeper, maybe save it for tomorrow, for our next practice. Maybe we slightly bow the head and surrender. Wherever we are, start to inhale, lift the head, walk the hands back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's release the legs. Fantastic. Let's just shake out the legs a little bit and then we'll come to lie on our backs. And if you've got a belt or a strap, you can go ahead and grab that now. Oh yeah. Any cushions or props under the head? No problem at all. Oh, yes. Okay. If you want to shake out the legs, Go and do that. So if we're feeling like that was enough, great, perfect. Come into Shavasana now and rest. Or if you want to go a little deeper, we'll go ahead and do these 3 nice stretches. So bending the knees. Let's start with the left leg, I guess. Bringing the belt over the foot, straightening through. So it's about the same height as the bent knee. Roll the shoulders together and back. And then we'll just start to mobilize the hip, bringing the foot up and down. Be mindful of the knee here. Try and lift the kneecap up, and this engages the quadricep muscle, makes it hard. We'll all be at different practices today. Some of us will be down here practicing, some of us will be up here practicing. All different. That's the beauty of our bodies and our practice. After a bit of mobility, we'll hold the leg. We'll bring the toes facing our face, pointing down. We'll only be here for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Loosen the grip on the belt. Let's open the leg wide to the side. Ooh. A little bit of mobility as we hover up and down. Or not really up and down this way, you know what I mean? Up and down and the other way. Wide and not wide. Ooh. Yeah. And then when we find our spot, we'll hold. Lovely. Let's bring the leg back in through center. Straighten the other leg, the right leg down. And then see if we can bring this left leg all the way over to the right side. This is a really nice stretch for the IT band that runs along here and all the way into the glute. We can use a cushion here and prop our foot or our leg up like that. And we can find a restorative pose here. Breathe into that leg. Any pain or pinching, come away from the pose. Let it loosen, let it soften. Deep breaths. As we inhale, we'll bring the leg back. Ooh, bend the right knee, bend the left knee, and release the strap. See how you feel there. Maybe you want to straighten the legs out, take a rest. Or maybe you want any natural movements here. So many different people, different bodies. I allow you to move how you need to move. In public class, sometimes there's no time for this kind of movement. It's like pose, 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 onto the next, onto the next, onto the next. And I find I really just need a moment sometimes just to, before moving on. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Right, so onto the right leg, bending the knees, taking the strap over the right foot. Inhale, straightening, mobilizing the hip, bringing it up and down. Active engagement, lift the kneecap, quadricep engages. Toes bright, facing me. Oh yeah. And holding for a moment. Remember, if the leg's bent here, not a problem. We can bring it further away from us here in line with the left leg. Or we could have a bent knee. Just means we've got a little bit of tightness in the hamstrings. Now we're going to let that leg come wide, so we might loosen the grip. I've got my cushions here. That's quite nice actually. So we'll just mobilize a little bit up and down before holding. That's one takeaway I got from my teacher training. It's mobilize before holding. Okay, ready? Just a breath or two. Bringing the left leg, right leg through center, straighten the left leg. And allowing the leg to fall over towards the left side. Ooh, it might feel different on one side than the other. The foot might not come as low down as the other side. We don't want to come completely off our spine here, so just keep both shoulders on the bed or the mat. In time, that leg, that foot will come down. There's no race. Lovely. Let's bring it back through center. Whoosh. Bending the knee, releasing the strap. Let's give the legs a little bit of a rub. The glutes, oh yeah. The knees, shins. If we can, maybe even the feet. Waking up the core. Maybe you're rolling a little bit left to right. As we release one leg, release the other leg. And prepare ourselves for a little rest. Shavasana. Palms facing up. Tuck the upper back under. Lick the lips. See if you can stay here for at least 5 minutes. Relaxing the body, starting from the head, through the face, the neck, shoulders and arms, elbows, wrists and hands. Relaxing the chest, stomach, whole back, hips, both legs, the knees, the ankles, and the feet. Every exhale, you're sinking deeper and deeper into the bed, into the ground. Every inhale, your body is getting nourishment. Every exhale, your body is loosening. Without you doing anything at all, your body is replicating, growing, healing itself. Just give it that time to do what it does. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. Namaste.